So far in this series I've carved 2 hulls so far, and this one is the open traditional fishing boat, and that's ready to be turned into a hull. And this one is the 1920s speedboat, which I've just got to put the framing in like the fishing boat, and that'll be nearly finished, just about ready to start using as a mould. My next project I just can't wait to get started on. That's the 1920s coastal steamer. It's going to look like that, and I just can't wait to get to it. Beautiful fantail, bluff bow. That is going to be such a cracker. And also with this hull, I can also use the same hull, to make a steam tugboat. So I'm really keen to do that. But what I want to do is, at this stage of this series, I would like to make a hull to show you where I'm headed in the future, because once I've got these moulds ready, I'm going to start mass producing them. But what I'll do now is I will make a fishing boat hull out of paper mache and show you how I do it. So I guess the first thing I've got to do is make some paper mache. So I absolutely lashed out in the budget and bought myself a super heavy duty paper shredder. Not really, this is about the cheapest, nastiest one you can possibly get, but it'll do the job. So what I'll do is I'll start shredding some paper. Well, that's very interesting. It looks like I might already have cooked my brand spanking new shredder. Okay, come on, one more try. Come on, go. Work, you stupid thing. Right, plan B. I think I've got enough shredded paper in here to maybe do the job. I'm not exactly sure, but I've got this, which I'll use for the framing on the hull. And I've also got this one, which has got the foam dust mixed with it. So I'll use that for the hull side of it, because I think this might stand a bit smoother with that foam dust mixed in with it. So, well, that's a bit of a bummer. It's going to be pretty expensive if I have to buy a new shredder each time I want to make a hull. Okay. So when I made the Viking ship, I went through a bit of a steep learning curve with glue. And what I did was I went out and I bought a big container of this hobby glue. It's for schools and craft work, that sort of. Hang on a sec. Sorry for the interruption. Got some neighbours. Yeah, so this is craft glue. The trouble is, it's $60 for one of these. I thought it was going to be about 20 because it's not very high quality sort of glue. So what I've done is I had to talk to some people around the place who know more about glue than me, and they suggested I get this stuff, which is wallpaper glue. and it's basically, I think, just that stuff in powder form, and you mix it with water, and apparently it turns into that. And this was, I think, less than $20. So I'll give this a mix in and see if it works. Man, it's all experiments at this stage in time. Right, well, I reckon I've done all the good things. I read the instructions for once in my life. I'm supposed to mix it with 2.5 litres of water, but this is turning out to be really nice and thick, so I've been able to save maybe 1/3 of it, which I can use as an emergency if I need to. But this is coming up quite nice. Got to keep stirring it. Whoa! And and then leave it for 2 or 3 minutes, and apparently it thickens up, which is just all good news for me. And Bob's your uncle. But that's looking really good. Okay, so I've given that 5 minutes to thicken up as they instruct me. So now I'll pour this into the shredded paper, and something will happen. A little bit lumpy, that's cool. I might take my watch off this one. While I'm doing this, it's really terrific to have done this before, because you learn the little tricks to the job. And one of the tricks is when you spray, I'm going to have to use canola oil onto this hull to stop this from sticking to the foam. I learnt with the Viking ship, it's best to put paper down on your bench before you do it, otherwise you coat your bench in canola oil, and that's not a good thing. So you live and learn with stuff like that. So once I've got all this mixed through, I'll put the paper down and give the hull a good spray before I start pushing this stuff into the ribs. But this has got to be completely mixed in, so the longer I take to mix it in, the better off I'll be. So what I'll do now is just lay down some paper so I don't canola my world, and then I can get on to putting it on. This is great, I've been dying to do this, and when it's finished I'm going to have a hell of a nice little hull to play with. One of my favourite styles of boats, the old open fishing boat. Beautiful. Right, canola oil. I don't know how effective this is. You know, the paper mache may not even stick to the foam. I really don't know, but I just don't want to risk it. Oh, there we go. And tomorrow I'll mix up what's left of the paper mache stuff with what's left of the glue stuff, and I'll be able to cover the entire hull. Looking forward to that.